Hello everybody, it's Hannah and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be testing out some new products that I don't think I've featured on my channel yet. A couple of things are going to be the same, but I do have a few things that are newer that I wanted to try out on camera. And yeah, I guess we will go ahead and just get into it. So I do have a little bit of moisturizer on just from earlier because I took a shower, but we're going to go ahead and start off with my primer. So the first thing I have is this NYX Pump Right Back with Electrolytes Plumping Serum and Primer. So I saw this when I was at Ulta and I thought it looked really interesting. I have tried this on my bare skin, but I have not tried it under foundation or any other skin products, so I'm not exactly sure like how it's going to go on. But I did really like how it felt. It seemed to be pretty tacky, but then it dried down and made my skin feel really nice and smooth. So I just took like about 2 pumps of this and I'm just going to blend it all out. So I have it all blended out and you can see it is a little bit tacky. It does dry down a little bit, but it feels really nice, and it definitely, I feel like it does plump up my skin and just makes it look really juicy and healthy. So I absolutely love this primer and I'm definitely going to probably continue using it because I've really been enjoying it. Then what I'm going to do as like another sort of primer slash like pre-foundation type thing is I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter, and I have mine in the shade 2. I did use up an entire mini of this, but this is like my first time using it in the full size, so it's not that new, but this bottle is new to me. So what I like to do is just put it kind of like here, sort of in like my more highlighty type spots, and it does add like a slight bit of coverage, and then I just like to use it kind of all over as like a really nice sort of glowy primer. And I'm just going to take a foundation brush and just buff everything out. But this is it all blended out, and you can see my skin just looks really sort of juicy and glowy, and I really love this product, especially on like no makeup days. Like I could just go out just like this and I would feel perfectly fine. Then for my foundation, I have never tried this before. I'm actually doing like a little duo. I have the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint in G11, and then I also have the concealer, the Stretch Concealer in G11. I have used up an entire one of these in G10 before, but since I haven't been using fake tan, it's the winter, I went and picked up G11. So I've never used this one before, like this specific shade, but I know I like the formula. And then for the skin tint, I have not tried this before, so I don't know what kind of coverage it's gonna give or really what it's like, but I'll just squeeze out a little bit of this. I don't have like super high expectations, and I kind of don't want it to be like that full coverage just because, I don't know, I've been liking like no makeup a lot more. I will go in with a brush, I guess, just because I'm more likely to be using it. I'm not really going to use my hands for like a complexion product. But blending that out, I mean, it definitely doesn't have like crazy coverage or anything, but I feel like my skin looks like kind of flawless. It really evens everything out and just hydrates my skin almost. Like it does not cling to any dryness or acne spots or anything like that. This is really just like looks like my skin. Like it just looks like my skin is like perfect. So I definitely think I'm going to be using this like all throughout the winter. It's so hydrating, and the color, it like literally just blends into my skin. That is like the best color match I've ever had for anything before. And even if I come a little bit more close up, I feel like I'm like trying to figure out my lighting with my new setup, but you can see it's just really hydrating and glowy, and I really like this skin tint. Then I'm going to go into the concealer, and since I have long nails again, I did these really cute like hot pink nails. I'm going to take my Rare Beauty concealer brush, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that under my eyes and on my eyelids just to kind of act as a little bit of a primer. On any little spots, I'm just going to stamp that over top as well. And this concealer, unlike the skin tint, I feel like does actually have a pretty good amount of coverage on it, so I think that it looks really pretty and just kind of pulls the whole look together. It makes your skin look nice and flawless. And then before I set my face with any powder, I'm going to go in with my cream bronzer. This clearly is not a new product, but I really want to use this up. This is the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer in the shade Honey Drip. I love this and I definitely want to repurchase it. I think before I repurchase it, I want to use up a little bit more of my ABH cream bronzer just because that one's a little bit more expensive and like way bigger than this one. So I'm gonna use up a little bit more of that, but this I definitely like even more than the ABH one. This one is so good, and I would definitely recommend picking it up. It's only like, I think like $6 or something. I'm just taking this and I'm gonna run it across my forehead, and then just going to bronze up my cheek area a little bit with this. And then today I think we're gonna skip cream blush just because I have a new blush that I want to test out and try out on my face for the first time. So on my under eyes, and I guess kind of all over My face doesn't feel so sticky from the skin tint, but I just want to make sure that nothing clings to it. So I'm going to go in with my Pat McGrath under eye setting powder, and I'm just going to tap out any lines or creasing and set my face with this. Alright, so my face is all set. I love this powder because it still adds like a little bit of a glow because it's not like a completely matte powder. It does have like a little bit of a glow to it, so it sets your face without making it look like super dry or cakey or anything. So really love this powder, and I would recommend that. It is a little bit pricey, but if you can get it on a sale, I would definitely try picking it up. Then before we do blush, I think I'm going to take a little bit of bronzer. I don't know if I have used this on my channel yet. I don't think so, but I have definitely mentioned it, and you've seen it in some of my my vanity video, my shop my stash video. But yeah, I'm going to use this. It's the Dior Forever Natural Bronzer in the shade 05 Warm Bronze. This is kind of like a matte satin bronzer, so I'm going to mix it with a little bit of this Nabla Skin Bronzing in Ambra. I don't know how you say it, but this one's a little bit more glowy. So I'm just going to kind of mix those. I'm going to do the Dior one first and then do the Nabla one on top of it. And then a little bit of the Nabla one just to keep a little bit of a glow. Then I haven't done this before, but since I now have a straight nose, check out my septoplasty or rhinoplasty video. I want to try doing a little bit of a nose contour. Don't know how this is gonna go. I'm just gonna kind of do like mostly right here, which is what I've seen people do, and just gonna bring it right along the sides and under my tip. I feel like it's a little harsh. It's definitely straight, but let me take my powder brush and just buff this out a little bit. I think that looks pretty good. What do you think? Should I not be doing nose contour? Should I continue doing it? Let me know in the comments if it looks good or if it just looks crazy. I really don't know. Then now on to the next item. I have this blush here from Melt. This is the Digital Dust Duo Blush in the shade Raw Honey, and I'm going to try this out. It is so pretty. It's like this really sort of bronzy type of blush, and I'm just going to mix the two shades together, and that's what it looks like. I swatched this, but I have not used it on my face yet. Ooh, that looks really pretty. It's definitely like very glowy. Let me blend this out. I might have applied too much. I'll be right back. Right, so this is the blush all blended out. I was going to do highlight, but I don't think I need any with this just because it's pretty glowy and has like a really nice sort of shine to it. But my cheek looks really smooth, and this does not emphasize texture at all. If anything, I feel like it smooths my face out even more. It's a very like creamy type of formula, and I really like it. And I definitely think once I do like my eye makeup and stuff too, it'll like even out. It won't look as heavy. So yeah, I think before we do my eyes, I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. So for my brows, I'm going to take the Benefit Micro Filling Pen, and I have mine in the shade Medium Brown. I thought I lost this, but then when I was doing my Vanity remake, I found it like, it was like behind all my makeup brushes somehow. But I really love this product. It's so quick and it's like super natural. And I feel like for my brows, just because I have like pretty thick brows, they just need a little bit of filling. I think it works really well for me. So that is the brows done. I feel like because my light on this side is kind of a little bit brighter, it's making this eyebrow look darker, but I promise they're the same. And then I'm just going to go over with some clear brow gel. I'm just taking the Kosas Air Brow in the clear shade just to set everything in place. Then I just went ahead, wiped off like any foundation off my lips. I'm going to take the Clinique Almost lipstick in Black Honey. This is just like a little mini travel one that I got from Sephora, but I think once I use up this mini, I may consider buying it in the full size because it's so pretty. It's just like a My Lips But Better kind of thing, and I really like it on me. And then I'm going to take this little mini clear Tower 28 gloss. This is, I think, in the shade Chill. It's just their clear one, just over top. And I love this gloss. It's like not sticky at all, and it just makes my lips look, you know, nice and juicy. Then for my eyes, I have the Natasha Denona Retro palette, and this palette is so stunning. I have used this a couple of times, but I haven't used it on my channel yet, I don't think. But this is so pretty, and I've been loving this. This is like my favorite eyeshadow palette that I own, and that is saying a lot because looking at it, I wouldn't think it's really something that I would love just because it's definitely like a little bit more on like the pinky, purpley tone. But when it's on your eyes, a lot of the shades come off across more neutral. And I don't know, the formula of this is just amazing. It's so easy to blend out, and I always get a really pretty look whenever I use this. So to start off, I'm just going to go in with this shade over here called Nude Mauve. And this one I'm going to take kind of all over my eye, focusing it on the outside, but I'm not going to worry if it gets like all over my lid. And a thing with Natasha Denona shadows are they definitely go on the eye a little bit darker than they look in the pan. I don't know why it is, but that's just a thing I've heard and I found that that is true. So if you think that it's gonna be light, I would definitely go in with a lighter hand if you don't like to have like super dark eye makeup, but for me, it just takes all the building out of doing an eye look, so I actually really like that about their shadows. And then I'm just taking whatever excess on my brush under my eye just to kind of even everything out. Then I'm going to take this shade over here called Go-Go, which is, I think it's like one of their sort of cream to matte type shades, but I really like this one, and I'm just going to pat that on kind of like the lid part of my eye, but then also blend it out. So like I'm going to mix that into the other shade we just used, but then make sure that it goes all over. I just realized my mom was blow drying her hair, so sorry if you could hear that in some of the last clips. So I think now what I'm going to do is take this shade right here called Helio, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that on my finger, and I'm just going to pat that on sort of the middle part of my eye, and I'm going to leave this part over here just because I'm going to put a bit of like a lighter shimmer on the inner part. And for the inner part, I'm going to take this shade over here called Glitz, and this is a really pretty like pink to gold kind of duochrome. I don't know how well you can see this shift, but it's really, really pretty. You can see it just adds a really nice sort of bright pop on that inner part of my eye. Then I think actually for like a sort of brighter pop on my inner corner, I'm going to go into this Pat McGrath Labs Divine Blush and Glow Trio in Galactic Sun, and I'm going to take the highlighter that's in here, and this has like a little bit of a gold and pinky shift to it, so I think that it would go really well with this look. And I'm just going to pop it on the inner part and then also like bring it up a little just to really brighten up that inner part of my eye. I think I'm going to take a little on my brow bone just because this is such a pretty highlight, and I don't know, I think it'll pull the whole look together. That Glossier skin tint, like looking in my mirror and then even looking on camera, my skin looks so smooth and so flawless. It's really, really nice. I am like so obsessed with that. So I'm just going to go ahead and curl my lashes and apply the Huda Beauty Legit lashes. I'm going to use both sides. I'm just going to kind of build it up. I've been using the Benefit Roller Lash, but I find that this one actually holds a curl a little bit better if I'm wanting to wear like a not waterproof mascara. So yeah, I've been really liking this one. So I'm going to go do that and I will be right back. I applied the Huda Beauty mascara, and this is what it looks like. I feel like it's just, again, one of the few not waterproof mascaras that looks like I am wearing waterproof, and it gives really, really nice like dimension to my lashes and adds a lot of volume at the base. And I think today I am going to go in with a little bit of liner just because, I don't know, I feel like doing it today. So I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury, the Feline Flick Super Brown eyeliner, and this is so good. I actually like finally got rid of my old one that was like really dried out, and I was really scraping using it, and I finally purchased a new one. Alright, so this is the liner all applied. It's just a really, really nice neutral brown liner, and I think that it really pulls all my looks together while still allowing my lashes to kind of pop. I feel like whenever I use black eyeliner, it's kind of hard to see my lashes, and I think that it makes like my eyes just look weird. But yeah, I've really been enjoying this, and the Charlotte Tilbury one makes it so easy to get like an even wing on both sides and get like a really nice precise wing. I also forgot to mention I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This setting spray is so good. I feel like it really does make a difference in the longevity of my makeup, and I definitely would recommend it if you're looking for a more sort of like long-lasting setting spray. It's really, really good. But I think that's it for today's video. I will close out with not forgetting to mention that I am doing a giveaway. I'm going to be doing a giveaway once I hit 500 subscribers. I'm very close. I think I'm at like 470-ish at the time that I'm filming this video. But if you are interested in entering, just check the description box of my video for all the rules and how to enter. But I will be giving away a ColourPop Mandalorian eyeshadow palette. It's so pretty. It's a really nice neutral palette. I'll pop up a picture of what it looks like over here. And then I'm also giving away one of my favorite eyeliners, which is the ColourPop BFF liquid liner, and this is in the shade Grande, which is a really nice dark brown. Very similar actually to the Charlotte Tilbury one, and way more affordable, but it's still such a great option, and it's one of my favorites. I have these in I think every single color on my vanity right now. Then to go with the eyeshadow palette, I'm also including this Real Techniques little brush set. This is the Eye Shade and Blend brush set. It comes with a bigger fluffy blending brush, a small blending brush, and then a dual-sided eye brush. And then for it all to go in, I also am giving away this really adorable ColourPop Cutest in the Galaxy makeup bag for all of your stuff to go in. So if you want to win this stuff, go ahead and check the description box of my video to figure out on how to enter. But thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!